A warm welcome to everyone and Namaste. So today we will be continuing our discussion on the topic developing willpower. In our last episode, we were discussing about some great personalities. And today we will begin discussing about another very famous and interesting personality, and that is Sripad Ramanujacharya. So here we were discussing how these great people, great personalities, they didn't become great just like that. They worked hard for it and they never gave up. Yet another interesting story is about Sripad Ramanujacharya. He was born in Sri Perambudur in Tamil Nadu. His parents were mother Kantimati and father Keshava Somayaji. And he was born in Sri Perambudur. He got married and he shifted to Kanchipuram for his deep study on the Vedic scriptures. And he started studying under the Guru. He started studying under a Guru by name Yadava Prakash. And he was studying under Yadava Prakash and he was not so happy because the philosophy what he was teaching was quite different and Ramanuja did not like that. So then Ramanuja met another great saintly person. His name is Yamunacharya. And later he got initiated by Mahapurna. And he also started worshipping Varadaraja Perumal in Kanchipuram. So it is not that Ramanujacharya who started the Sri Vaishnava community or Vishishtadvaita philosophy. So the entire Sri Vaishnava community was already started, and it was Yamunacharya, Mahapurna and even Alvars had already given the philosophy, but it was Sripad Ramanujacharya who started writing commentaries on Brahma Sutra and Prasthanatraya, the different Vedic scriptures which are called as foundational Vedic scriptures. So Ramanuja's important literary contributions are Vedartha Sangraha, Sri Bhashya and Bhagavad Gita Bhashya, and so many minor works like Vedanta Deepa, Vedanta Sara, Gadyatrayam, and in that Gadyatrayam there is Sharanagati Gadyam, Sriranga Gadyam and Sri Vaikunta Gadyam and Nitya Grantham. So all these 9 important literary contributions are considered very important in the Sri Vaishnava community. So next is about Sripad Madhvacharya. And Sripad Madhvacharya, he was born in Pajaka Kshetra in Udupi, and his parents, mother is Vedavati and father Madhyageha Bhatta. Madhvacharya, in the beginning days he was named as Vasudeva, and later he was known as Purna Prajna, and when he got sannyas he was known as Ananda Tirtha, and finally he is famous as Madhvacharya, and his guru is Achyuta Preksha. So the important literary contributions of Sripad Madhvacharyas are many. To name few, there are 37 important literatures. Among them 13 are bhashyas or commentaries on the Vedic scriptures, and his famous literature is Anuvyakyana, commentary on the Brahma Sutra, and there is Gita Bhashya. He has also written Bhashya or commentary on the Gita, and there is Mahabharat Tatparya Nirnaya and Bhagavata Tatparya Nirnaya. One of the very important understanding about Vedic scriptures are the foundational scriptures. It is called Prasthana Traya, meaning the entire Vedic scriptures are there, but these 3 foundational scriptures, it is called Prasthana Traya. What are they? Shruti, Smriti and Nyaya. If any sampradaya or any acharya comes and tells that we are starting a new sampradaya, means they have to write their commentaries which actually is in line. The commentaries or the philosophy what they are promoting should be in line with these 3 Prasthana Trayas, that is Shruti, Smriti and Nyaya. So Shankaracharya wrote the commentaries on these 3 things, Then when Ramanujacharya came and he said Vishishtadvaita, then he has to prove his philosophy in line, in connection with the Prasthanatrayas. Then Madhvacharya came and he said Dvaita philosophy, and just saying is not sufficient, he has to prove it by writing commentaries on these three Prasthanatrayas, that is Shruti, Smriti and Nyaya. So same thing, all the Acharyas, they did it. And next is a story about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also known as an incarnation of Lord Krishna, who was born in West Bengal near a village called Mayapur. It is one of the Navadvips. So Sri Chaitanya, his previous name was Sri Krishna Chaitanya. So Sri Krishna Chaitanya, he was a top-notch scholar in Sanskrit and Sanskrit grammar. Nobody could dare to start debating in front of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He was one of the top-notch scholar at his time. And slowly he started associating with his guru and learnt the process of Bhakti Yoga. So when he started the process of Bhakti Yoga, he was quite impressed by the philosophy of Srimad Bhagavat Purana. And then he started learning and he started teaching about Bhagavata Purana to the entire Bengal. Then he moved to Puri and even traveled to South India to learn and to teach the philosophy of Bhagavata Purana. And he started the process of Bhakti Yoga and he taught Bhakti Yoga across India. And he started the Bhakti movement very nicely. And he also went on struggling. So many people became against his philosophy, against him, and they tried to stop him, but he never failed.